Hi guys and welcome back to my channel.
We live and we lie and we fall and we fly.
In today's video I have a back to school Q&A for you guys. I am basically just going to be answering all your questions you have about school, going back to school, going to college, basically everything you've been waiting for, and I'll just tell you how to not die in school. So the first question is the one that I got the most, which is what do you study? So I'm going to be a sophomore in college the upcoming year. So the course I am following is called Creative Business. It's 4 years. It's a bachelor. I don't really know how to explain it, but there's honestly a lot of sides to it. Like my first year finished and there's just so many different things. Like it went from photography to marketing to journalism to psychology, communication, art history. It's just literally everything. It's just like a lot of things. But for now, how I'm feeling now is that I want to go into like the media side from it, like film and photography, just like the media side. But maybe in a year my mind is changed. I wouldn't know that now, but for now, I want to go into the media side of the world. Yeah, that's what I study. And then someone else asked, can you explain what you exactly do in creative business? I honestly just explained like almost everything, but basically, okay, let me explain how my course works. So in a year, you have 4 periods of time. So then for each period, you have different subjects. So basically, every period is 10 weeks long. You just have lectures and classes for 8 weeks long, and then in the last 2 weeks you have your exams and your assignments and like assessments. Yeah, that's just what you do, and I don't really know what else there is to explain to it. Basically just everything I said now is what my college course is. I don't really know what else to add to it, so if you have any other questions about my course, just let me know in the comments. So the next question is, how do you know what you want to study? Also love your videos. I love you, and this was so hard for me. Like I literally didn't know what I wanted to study for like the longest time. Like when I was still in high school, I would never know what I wanted to study because I thought deciding what you want to study was so hard because there's like so many things you can choose from. I think I was just really scared of making the wrong decisions. I don't know, it was really hard for me, but I think it was mostly also because I was just scared. I don't know, but now I think I'm kind of in the right place because I wouldn't know what's better for me, and I like the people at my school and just everything's cool, so I guess this is the right one for me. But my advice for this would be to choose the one that is making you feel the most comfortable. I don't really know, this was honestly so hard for me, so I don't really know what advice to give you because clearly the advice didn't help for me. Yeah, honestly, choose the one thing that you feel most comfortable doing and choose something that is maybe your hobby or just something you're really interested in. The next question is, were you afraid to make the wrong study choice? Yes, I was really afraid, and I didn't know what I wanted to do for the longest time, and then when I found something, I was so afraid that maybe after like 2 years I wouldn't like it anymore. And I was also really afraid because you have to choose something that you do for the rest of your life, which is also a little bit weird to think about. Like I think it's honestly insane that you have to choose what you want to do for the rest of your life at 17. I was 16. 16. How can you choose what you want to do when you're 30 when you're 16? Obviously you can go into a different path of career and like do something completely else, but for some reason I was just really stuck on the you have to do this for the rest of your life, and that just was really scary. So yes, I was really afraid of making the wrong choice. What to do if you don't know what college you want to go to? Well, I would say take a gap year. I really wanted to take a gap year, but my parents didn't agree. I would honestly say take a gap year because I think gap years are just really great to figure out what you want to do and just take some time off to like think about stuff and find yourself. That sounds so cringe, but like I don't know, I feel like in a gap year you would start learning a lot about yourself and then you can make the right choice, if that makes any sense, if it's not too dreamy. But yeah, I would say either take a gap year or still choose for the thing that's making you most comfortable. I'm honestly the worst at giving advice. Why am I doing a video like this? What is the most stressful thing in college? This is probably not at every college, but for me, if you don't get enough study points in your first year, like you can't repeat your first year. Like you have to get enough study points, and if you don't, you just basically get kicked out of the program. So for me, in the first period of school, I was just not doing well, and I failed 3 tests, and in total this year I was allowed to fail 4. So in the last period I had 2 exams that I failed, so I had to pass one of them to pass the school year, and in the end I did, so I did pass. But I think that was honestly the most stressful thing I've ever had to go through. That's not true, but it was super stressful and I'm so happy that I still passed. So yeah, honestly college is kind of chill until you have exams, then everyone's just getting stressed. But honestly, passing the school year was the most stressful thing for me. But other than that, I would say exams are the most stressful thing. How often do you need to study? Love your videos. Thank you. I wanted to do a heart, but thank you. How often I need to study? Like basically during the first 8 weeks of the period, you do have some homework and like you do need to catch up on everything. But basically you don't really have to study that much. And then during the last 2 weeks you have your exams, so obviously then you need to study like a lot. Let's say you're in the second period and you failed like 2 tests from the first period, you have another chance to do them like halfway through the second period, so you also need to study for those. I don't think I mentioned this, but basically for every single test that I have 2 chances, so if I fail them the first time I can redo them. You do need to study a lot, but basically you only study for like the exams, and usually they're like either halfway through the period or the end of the period, so at first you don't really have to do that much, but then you need to like study. How do you choose what to study if you don't know what career path you want? I would say focus on things that you like doing. Like for example, I like making videos. As you can tell, I've always been really interested in the media side, like photography and filming. So that is why I knew that I wanted to go into that like career path. So I would say try to look at stuff that you like doing apart from school, because if you like to do them apart from school, you're also gonna like doing them in school. So yeah, probably that. And other than that, I would say try to go to as many open days of colleges and just look at everything and see what you like and what you don't like. And start doing this early and don't be so last minute as me. The next question is, I might want to go to college in another country. How would I do this? I am really interested in going to college in another country, but for some reason for me it just wouldn't work out. I just have a lot of things going on here, so I wanted to stay in the Netherlands. I didn't want to move because of a couple of just reasons. So I stayed in the Netherlands, but I would say if you have the chance to go to another country to go to school, do it, because I think you're gonna get great experiences and it's honestly so cool. I really wanted to, but if it's not possible for you, you probably could get like an internship maybe abroad, or just a study abroad program. A lot of colleges have that. I don't think I answered the question right, because you asked how to do that. But I don't know how to do that. You can probably find stuff about this online. So go to the college course you are interested in and see if they have opportunities for like international students. Because for example, my college course is in Dutch, so English people can't really do that. But if you, for example, want to go to Paris for school, you have to check if the program is in English and not in French. If you don't speak French, obviously. I think you can find a lot about this on the internet. So go look on the internet, kids. How do you manage school while you are traveling, and what are your tips for doing it both? How I manage school is basically what I said earlier. In like the beginning of the period, you don't really have that much going on, so I try to travel during that time. Also, as I said, I have 2 chances for each exam. So when I went to London for a week, that was in my exams week. Call me stupid, but I knew that I had a second chance, and I was just willing to sacrifice everything so I could pass the second test. So I went to London during the first exam and I didn't take it, and then the second time I took the exam and I passed because I studied really hard. I try to plan around school, but sometimes when it doesn't work out, you just need to be very motivated. I'm not really motivated about school. I wish I was, but I'm more motivated about the traveling part. And then when I want to travel, I would do anything to travel. So if studying really hard for a test to pass it would mean that I get to travel, then I would. So I don't really know if that answers your question. And my tips for doing it would be, try to be organized. That doesn't really work for me. Try to do stuff on time. Try to stay up to date with your schoolwork, and try to plan your trips around your schoolwork. Like, I hope that answers your question. Alright, the last question is, what school supplies do I have to get for college? I made a school supplies haul and a what's in my backpack, so if you want to see that, we'll be linked down below. But basically, the most important thing you probably need for college is a laptop. Just watch my school supplies haul. Yay! That is going to be it for today's video. I hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel down below. And I will see you next time. Whoa, wait. Comment down below what you study. I want to know what you guys study. So let me know, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.